There's a lot of shame in my field, in my third eye right now. And shame is a tricky one because it's so heavy and it's so convincing. It's very visceral. Like when you're feeling shame in your body, it's almost like a virus. It feels like a virus. It's just like, oh, it's just like, oh. I mean, I know so many people, almost like you can become possessed by shame. So this is my ultimate shame dissolver. Being seen in shame. Like, shame, here's shame, bringing shame to the light. I was in the gym today. And it's always the things you don't want to do that help you the most, in a way. Like last night, I didn't want to get off my phone, but I got off my phone for 3 hours before I went to sleep. And I could feel every moment, every time I would want to go back to my phone and just kind of zone out on it because I didn't want to be in my body because there's so much shame and unconsciousness and shadow coming up. I could feel every time I didn't go for the phone and just stayed with the shame, I could feel a little bit more like light come in, or a little bit more power. It's like I was gaining ground on the shame. The shame felt so much bigger than me. Just a few days ago, I was like buried in shame, just buried in it. The shame felt so much bigger than what I am. And I'm just now like crawling out of it. I'm now starting to feel like, or starting to come into the truth of like, oh yeah, nothing's bigger than me. No feeling, no sensation, no shadow. And on this path, we get tricked a lot, and it can feel very real that things are just bigger than us. A shadow, darkness, a feeling, an emotion, a thought, a circumstance. It's almost like we set it up so that we get tricked like that every time, so that we can actually have the experience of coming back to ourselves and rediscovering for the 1 millionth time or whatever that we're actually the biggest thing here. We're the whole universe. We're bigger than that thing that felt so insurmountable, that felt so overwhelming. It's like we almost just set it up so we can have the experience of rediscovering that actually, oh no, I was bigger than that fear. That I am bigger than that shame, than this shame. And this is one of the ways I rediscovered is when I start it's so involuntary. I was getting a massage yesterday. I love how I start one story and it goes, and she's like, how do you get into, she's asking me what I did, and I just try to keep it brief. I'm like, YouTube. I don't want to talk, I'm getting a massage. And she's like, oh, what do you do there? I'm like, spiritual monologue thing, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. She's like, how do you find that niche and make it work? It's like, it found me, and it's very, I told her, it's very involuntary. It's like the life force just pulls me. It's like, okay, we're doing the thing again. I can sometimes want to do the thing, and the life force is like, no, we're not doing the thing right now. It's really all up to the life force and to the divine. That's how my life feels, everything. To see through, someone said to see through the personal will, to see the illusion of personal will, is not to negate it. Try that on, It's like a personal type of will come through, but it doesn't feel so personal. It's just like the universe is moving through me now. Doing this thing again. It's moving through me, going to the gym. Someone asked, someone, I think it was Spiritual Renaissance. Someone would ask Papa G or some guru, how do you know what you're going to do next? And he says, I don't know, I see my shoes moving and I just jump in them. That's how life starts to feel. When you start surrendering to your own life force, when you start surrendering to the current of life more and more, it's like something starts happening and you're just like, oh, and it's almost like it's happening before you had any authorship over it. I mean, that's how it always is. We just recognize it more deeply the more attuned we become to truth. It's always been that way. Things are just happening. And before, there's a sense of authorship, like, oh, I'm the one doing it. I'm the one in control. We're like hallucinating that we have this steering wheel of control. But the deeper you go, the more you realize, like, oh, this is just happening. It's happening before I even thought about it. It happens on a subconscious level before we have a conscious recognition of it, in a sense. It's all just, it's like baked in our experience. I don't know why I'm talking about that, to be honest. Actually, this is just being seen. Matthew being seen. Shame being seen. Shame being seen. So yeah, I was just like in the gym. The last place I would want to go. The stars could be so perfectly aligned on a day like today, and I would not go, if not for the fact that I have to shower. It's like I had to go to the gym today out of necessity. So I found myself in this gym, and then something in me was like, let's just go for it. And I just started working out really hard, pushing the body. That can be a really good shame dissolver, working with the body. Whether workout, like I said, I got a massage yesterday. It really helped me get into my body. I had clarity. Sometimes when we're not in our body, we don't have a bunch of clarity about what we really want, about what we want to do. We're fragmented, you know. We're all kind of scattered. So we can doubt ourselves. We can be really up in the head when we're not in our body. I mean, that's one of the symptoms, right? So life can be confusing. We can feel overwhelmed. We can really believe the mind, the separate self. We can spiral deep into shadow. But what really helps us move from the depths of shadow back into the light is getting back in the body. I'm glad that semi kept driving. And so I've noticed the intelligence in my field has been doing that. It's like, all right, massage yesterday, working out really hard today, making this video. These videos get me back in my body. Anything we can do to become embodied, right? I did some movement healing group with Cesare Saturday. That really helped. Movement, authentic movement, just being in spiritual groups that can give you the power to come back into your body. That's what this experience really comes down to. At first, it's so conceptual and heady. We want all the answers. Is there free will, or is it all just divine will? And that's even a concept. And it's all these things you can get and then you're going to all these YouTube videos really searching for some conceptual answer because you just feel like you need it so much. But actually this path, it's so funny. It just leads you right back into your body, right back into your humanness. It's really just becomes, how much of a creature can you be? Can you be all the way a creature here on earth? How much can you embrace that you're just an animal? That you're an angel in an animal's body? So many of us, we're so angelic in a sense, we just want out of the body. Back to heaven, please. Back to wherever. Back to the Pleiades. Back to wherever the fuck, you know? Back to somewhere easier. Back to somewhere less dense. Please take me. Gosh, all of you are so angelic. I sit with some of you, I'm like, dang, these people are just angels. But that's the conundrum, right? That's the difficulty, the challenge here. It's like, yeah, we're angelic, but we are in animal bodies. And I've noticed the more we can embrace our animal, the more our angelic nature can shine through in our everyday experience. Because being an angel is just second nature to us. We're just angels. We just are. But being in an animal's body is not second nature. This is like, what the fuck is this? Wow, animal body. And I've spent so much of my awakening just not being in the body, just like, I'm just going to be up here, maybe even like 500 feet higher. I'm going to be in whatever the chakra is, 500 feet above the head. I'm just going to chill there. So much of me wanted to do that. But it's so nice being in the body. Like after I had this massage yesterday, there was this moment where there was this person I was like, should I talk to them? And after the massage, and I was like in my body, I was like, no, I want to talk to them. And I just wrote him a message saying, let's talk. Like, let's talk tonight. Like I knew what I wanted because I was in my body. I felt good and I had lots of light. And when you're in your body, it's like you know what you want, and you more so move towards things because you have something to give. It's like, oh, I want to talk to this person because I have a lot of light. I want to share light with them. When we're not in our body and we're up here and we're disintegrated and we're fragmented, it's like we want to move towards things because we want to extract because we feel lack, because we're repressing emotions. We're repressing ourselves. We're repressing energies in our body. We're pushing away from our humanity. So we feel lack. We feel fragmented. So then we kind of have this and that's okay. We can do that healthy too. Like, go pay a healer. I went and paid a massage therapist yesterday because I was feeling that so much. But then I got that need met and there was an energy exchange and it was super healthy. And then I was integrated. I was in my body. And then it was like, oh, now I want to go towards someone because I have a lot of light to give them. And they actually didn't even end up responding, but it didn't matter because it just felt so good to be clear on what I wanted in that moment. Like, actually, I want to talk to them. Whereas a lot of times I know I'm just waffling, I don't even know because I'm up here. I'm not in the body. But when you're in the body, the reward isn't even if they want to talk, awesome, that's fun. But the deepest reward was like just the reward of being clear. I was just like, just felt so nice to be clear and to not really need much from anyone because I was already so in my body. And I had, had a nice exchange. I paid someone to help me. So I met my own need. And that's something you'll learn on this path is you're going to have to learn how to kind of meet your own needs. So many of us, we want a partner. We think we want romance and stuff, but we just want someone to meet our needs. But to really grow up, it's like we have to learn how to be our own parent, our own mother, our own father. And I've stubbornly resisted that. I've just wanted can this woman just do that for me? Can this whatever being do that? And it never works. It can work temporarily. And the time it works actually shortens and shortens. To where it becomes almost instantaneously you recognize oh no, this isn't meant for someone else to meet. This is mine to meet. I'm gonna roll the windows up because they're just I gotta finish this video too. So yeah, that was really nice. And just the workout today, making this video, that's the path of power. That's the path of awakening. It's just coming back into your body. I think I might be in the Semite's way. This felt good. This felt complete. I think there's some stuff in here. Did you guys see my shame? Did you bring light to my shame? It's a team effort. We're in this together. Speaking of a team effort, thank you so much to Linda for providing me the biggest donation that I've ever received, by far. Thank you, Linda. It's truly special, and you've supported my path immensely. And thank you to Yvonne for your donation yesterday or the day before. It was really helpful. 1 second. Yep. I'll move in 1 minute. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Yvonne, for your donation yesterday or the day before. And thank you to everyone who is subscribed to the Patreon community. It means a lot. I'm sure now that I'm back, moving energy, sharing, I'm sure I'll be posting a lot over there. Yeah, if you want to join the Patreon community, you know, it's a great space. A lot of supportive beings. You're welcome to support your questions to me, and I can turn them into videos or just answer them directly, whatever feels more intuitive. We have a private group chat going that's full of lots of you know, people just sharing what's real for them, sharing their hearts, sharing their stories, and relating. And you know, it's helping everyone kind of be seen, and that's a lot of this. It's just like bringing this stuff to the light. It's just being seen. Someone referred to it as the nest because it's a really soft place to land, and I love that, and I love that feedback, and it feels that way. It really feels that way for you guys. And so yeah, so much love to you all. Thanks for being here. Thanks for witnessing. I will see you guys in the next video. Namaste.